Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special Halloween episode of the Paragon Company. I'm your DM, Mike Penny, and with me tonight are Jesse, Mira, Brian, and Aya to play a special Halloween one-shot, The Horror of Hallowed Hollow. Okay, you guys can talk now.
Well, that was a very good intro.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah.
It was a dark and stormy night.
Oh shit, guys, it's Dr. Acula.
Well, it was dark. It wasn't very stormy, just damp. But that won't stop the children of Hallowed Hollow from flooding the streets for another year of trick-or-treating. On every block, children in all variety of colorful costumes, ranging from cute to scary, walk from house to house collecting treats. Each and every house is decorated with orange and purple lights, with ghouls and ghosts adorned throughout, witches on brooms hung up on lines, spiders and skeletons climbing the walls, zombies and werewolves lurching along lawns. It's a magical night, filled with mischief and fun, but maybe something else lurks in the shadows. They do say trick or treat, after all. Speaking of trick-or-treating, we find 4 particular children meeting up to start their Halloween fun. Who knows what's in store for them, but one thing's for certain, it'll be a night to remember. And with that, why don't you guys introduce your characters?
Do you want me to go first?
Where
Who
are
wants
we?
to go first?
Yeah, what Jesse said. Where are we? Like what's the setting?
So you guys are all meeting up to start trick-or-treating on Elm Ave.
I'm sorry, where? On Elm Ave?
Yep, Elm Ave.
Can you spell that?
Elm, like a tree, like an
Uh-huh.
elm tree.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Ave?
Avenue.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I'm being an asshole.
was gonna say,
Oh no, I just said
Like this isn't a fantasy setting. This is like 1990s suburbia. Like this, you know.
Hey, Mike, I just want to make sure that elm is spelled E as in elephant, L as in like leopard, and M as in
That's
Nancy.
Mira.
Listen,
M as
you
in
guys can goof off all you want, but if you don't finish tonight, you're not getting an ending to this thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So yeah, Brian with a Y will go first, and I'm assuming we're all friends in this story, right?
So, okay, so I guess I should have clarified ahead of time, but yeah, so in this particular scenario, just to avoid like you guys having to all meet for the first time and stuff, you're all friends and schoolmates, and like you guys go trick-or-treating every year together.
Okay. Brian of a Y walks up onto the head of the street and sees the group. He doesn't really say anything. He does wave very very shyly.
Yeah.
But he's very upset. He just kind of walks up and goes "Brumph," and oh, he has a flashlight.
And what kind of costume is he wearing?
Oh yeah, sorry. Brian of a Y walks up with his ultra adorable, very form-fitting. Well, no, it's a very fat-fitting pumpkin outfit that is clearly not for his age range, but it is what he has on hand.
All right.
So, Felix is like the most generic 90s cartoon kid you can have around. Like he's got like blonde hair and sunglasses, and he's carrying a boombox on his shoulder, and he's wearing what seems to be not a complete costume. He's got sneakers and then the sweater and sweatpants with like skeleton on it for like a skeleton costume, but he's not even wearing like a mask or anything. But he's got like multiple pillowcases slung over one shoulder, And he's just like, what is taking everybody so long? We should have been started like half an hour ago. People's gonna start running out of candy.
All right.
In response, like almost as if in response to that, you kind of start hearing like a squeaking noise come like, closer and closer and closer. Getting louder and louder. And as you approach, you see Amara, who is dressed in an incredibly oversized wizard's robe and hat, to the point where like her face is completely obscured, except for like the occasional flash of like the street lamps like across her eyes. She's dragging what looks like a giant lavender spellbook on wheels. And it's heavy because like it's creaking under the weight of whatever is in it. In her other hand, she's carrying a book, looking down and just reading it as she approaches, walking slower than she would. She's like my parents. She's like, I bribed my parents to finally let me. My parents had to bribe me to come out and trick or treat this year, but I'm here. The new Hallowed Heroes series came out just yesterday.
Okay. Mina just like walks around the corner, and when she sees the group, she just like waves her hand, but like she is dressed up in what looks like a very disheveled, raggedy doll costume, but it looks like there's like tears going on, tears, and it looks like it's been like patched up multiple times. And as she looks like she has like some like paper claws stuck on the ends of her hand, and as she waves, some of the paper claws just like fall over. And she's like,
See, I was interpreting it as mannequin parts on a backpack with like little sticks on her hands, so they moved with her hands.
yeah, honestly, that's also fair. Like the concept was like the big was like Raggedy Ann, but possessed.
I'm gonna fix her hair so she's got the Raggedy Ann like.
Yeah, so like as she waves, like the claws on her like fingers that just like fall out. So she just like hurriedly just like grabs them, like pulls a glue stick out of her like basket that she's holding, but the basket is smeared with like dark red paint, look like it's mimicking blood. So she pulls the glue stick out, glues the claws back on, and then she actually waves slower this time.
I like
And then
Mira's cauldron cup.
Thank you.
Sorry,
It
I didn't
looks
mean to
so-
interrupt.
No, that is a worthy of interruption. I love that cup. And she just like joins you guys, and like, do you want to go? And she was like, after, do you want to go demon hunting after this? And she's like smiles very brightly, just like waving her little like bloody basket.
So at the two last arrivals, Felix like tilts his sunglasses down so you can see his eyes, and he's like, first of all, you shouldn't need to be convinced to go out on Halloween. It's the greatest night of the year. It is the only night of the whole year where kids our age, kids around the whole world can put in a good night's decent work and make real, honest candy. And you should appreciate that. And second of all, unless those demons have candy, I don't want to hear about it. It is Halloween.
Demons always have candy, Felix.
Then we should, in fact, summon demons. It's simple.
Why do you think I've been planning this all day yesterday?
Well, I just
Brian,
thought it was because you was incredibly goth.
Brian AlphaA. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say like, Mina doesn't even like candy that much. Like it makes her teeth hurt, and her parents are dentists. But you can use candy to bribe people. And specifically, you can use candy to bribe people, and she thinks if you can bribe people, you can bribe demons as well.
What were you going to say, Brian?
Brian AlphaA like very furtively, holds up his hands and waves everybody again. And he pulls out a bag of lemons. And he really quietly says, "My mom said I should give this to you guys." And he starts giving everybody lemons. Which is fun fact. My mom does that when you go visit my house. Like, do you guys want to get fruits from my backyard? Yeah, she'll give you a fucking bag of limes and
Dude,
lemons.
who doesn't want fucking fruits from like a home garden? I would jump on that.
I have a plum
Amara,
tree.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just said I have a plum tree.
I'll take plums.
Oh.
Send me plums.
It's pretty cool.
So Amara quite literally does jump up at the bag of lemons. And you see her crack open her spell book. And ask, and turn to Brian with the Y and be like, "Brian, you want to put these in here?"
Brian Vawai says, "Okay," and then he like dumps a bunch of the lemons in there. He keeps a couple, to hold on to, but yeah.
Okay. Amara, can I have some candy bars on me, Mike?
So you guys are just starting out. So you don't have any
I know,
candy.
but maybe my family has like a snack family and they keep like full-size
No.
bottles. Okay, damn.
You have lemons. You have lemons. It's fine. That's all you
Okay.
need.
You got lemons. When life gives
Okay.
you lemons.
Next to the lemons, you see several volumes of the Encyclopedia Britannica. As Amara is closing the spellbook wagon once more.
Oh, you know what? I really like that whole puppet thing. So I just like retcon. Mina is like a puppet that looks like a ragged ragged doll, that's like patched together, and is only held together by by string and prayer.
Oh.
Alright, so, like I said, you guys are just starting out. You've all met up on Elm Ave. And the goal, as with every year, is to make your way through the streets until you hit the creepy old house of Old Man Hine.
Does he give out candy?
So Felix, because you're the man with the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Old Man Hine is like sort of the grumpy old man in town, and he puts out candy, but he's one of those people that just puts out a bowl and doesn't attend to it.
Okay.
Yeah, community
We
we
gotta
hands
get-
together.
We got to get to Old Man Hines' place before everybody takes all the candy, so we can take all the candy.
Yeah, no one wants to get the weird nuts and seeds. Who wants bird food on Halloween?
Brian Vawai says very loudly, like, this is the loudest you've heard him. "I have a nut allergy."
Hey, Felix puts his hands on Brian's shoulder, like real sincerely. He's like, hey, Brian, I know, and that's why I'm gonna take all of your nuts candy this year, okay? To protect you.
Yay. Thanks,
Yay.
Felix.
No way, you're not. You're giving all the caramels to me.
Brian Vawai just kind of nods, like, okay.
Poor kid's not gonna have
He doesn't
any
like
candy.
me. Doesn't like candy, but she loves caramels.
Alright, so you guys ready to start trick-or-treating?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright,
I've been ready for weeks.
you're right. So,
Start hyperventilating.
alright. So here's how I'm going to handle trick-or-treating. I'm going to have everyone make a performance check.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Sick.
I got 9.
Wow. I kept writing DMD instead of DND, so just give me a second.
What's it with your mods, Brian?
23. Also, I like that Brian with a Y also has an 8 intelligence.
A lot of you, I just because of the
Age.
classes that I picked for you
Oh,
guys,
no.
I think all of you but Mira's character have innate intelligence.
I have a
That's
12.
hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, maybe it
I
was
mean,
strength. Maybe it was strength
you
I
got-
dumped on everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta.
We are children.
Right.
Yeah,
So
you
then-
gotta have some brain cells to summon demons.
So maybe that was just me joking about Tom then.
Yeah, because I'm just like 100%. This is like a Tom build if you're acrobatic instead of charismatic.
Right. All right. What?
So I got a
do-
17.
17.
I think I got a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
I got a 9.
My thing froze, so I'm gonna look at my dice rolls to see which one came first. 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay. So, you guys start going from house to house on Elm Ave, and stop at one particular house and ring the doorbell. And a nice older couple open the front door, and they're like, "Oh, look at your costumes! We got a pumpkin, and a skeleton, and a doll. Oh, and a witch."
A wizard.
And
Oh.
like Mina just like pops up like I'm gonna be a vessel for Abaddon the demon.
Okay, dear. And they just start handing you candy. And you guys recognize this family as the Krugers.
Yeah, I don't trust that at all.
What do I know about the Krugers?
They're just a friendly old couple that lives in town. Mrs. Kruger, they're older. Mrs. Kruger was kind of just a housewife. Mr. Kruger runs like the local pharmacy.
Does my family know the Krugers?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amara sweetly looks up at them and
Mhm.
goes, I don't know. I want to surprise them with a fun fact that would be relevant to me.
Okay. Go ahead and what do you want to tell them?
I don't know. I guess I want more candy. So I'm just gonna be a know-it-all at them.
Okay.
I look at them and I go, Mr. and Mrs. Kruger, did you know that my parents actually approve of demon summoning?
What?
Yeah. They're pro demons. Didn't you know
How is that gonna get you?
that? I don't know. I'm just
Okay,
Mina just
okay.
like looks at you like betrayed, like
Alright.
you didn't tell me your
Roll-
parents are pro demons.
Roll me a deception check, but at disadvantage.
oh man.
I mean, you are a kid. It does make sense, right? It's kid logic.
Right.
It is kid logic.
While they're doing this, Felix is gonna walk
You
away,
get a 5.
You got a
and
5.
Yeah.
I need to change to my werewolf costume.
Okay. So while Amara is sort of talking to the Krugers about this, and they're just like, yeah, no, that's nice, dear. That's nice. Felix, you sneak off and switch costumes.
Yes, please.
See, switching costumes, I go to my spellbook and I pull out an encyclopedia. I pull out one of my encyclopedias, and I actually go to the demon summoning page.
Yeah,
Is there
the
a thing in
demon
the
summoning page
Encyclopedia
of the
Britannica?
Encyclopedia Britannica. Yeah, that was definitely there.
Yeah, definitely. And then I open it and I look at and then you see that in the annotations, I have Mom and Dad are convinced demons are real, and so I show it to the Krugers, and I'm like, see?
They're just like, oh, wow, that's really something there, kid.
Mina's leaning forward to try to sneak a peek at the page, but as she does that, some of the strings and I think holding her puppet outfit together just fall over.
Oh.
And she just grabs duct tape, and tries to repair that really quickly.
Felix, give me a disguise kit check.
I will do this thing.
Would me serving as a distraction help him in any way?
Actually, yes, it would, because they're really like paying attention to you. So yeah, go ahead and roll that with advantage.
Oh, can Brian do something?
Yeah.
Brian Volai very quietly says, "Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Kruger," and holds out a bag of lemons at them and says, "My mom said to give you some of these. Do you guys want some lemons?"
Oh, thank you, dear. And they take the lemons, and then they slip Brian a couple extra pieces of candy.
Yay!
Nut free?
Huh?
Are they nut free candy?
No. The like extra.
Yeah, are they nut free?
Brian would share with you guys. You just have to ask Brian of why.
Listen. I'm not gonna name off every piece of candy you got.
Okay.
So
Just ask him for candy if you guys want some more.
So I rolled an 18.
Okay.
With it'd be charisma proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I rolled an 18. Also, because I have the actor feat, I'm fully covered now. Like I threw on a flannel shirt and like pulled on jeans over my pants. And I had a full werewolf mask and gloves on, so none of my original body is visible, but I'm also going to affect the voice of one of the girls in our class,
Okay.
because that's one of the things the actor
Right.
feat lets me do.
Yeah. You copy the. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to sound just like one of the girls in our class
Mhm.
and trick or treat again as a werewolf.
Okay. Yeah. So then Felix walks up in a werewolf costume, and they're like, "Oh, hello! We love your little werewolf costume. That's very nice." And they
I'm going to be like, yeah, my brother said that girls shouldn't be werewolves, but they don't know nothing. Trick or treat.
yeah, you could be whatever you want for Halloween, whether it's a werewolf or a wizard, and then gives you guys actually more candy. All right. So, going through Elmav, and including the extra candy from the Krugers, all of you add 27 pieces of candy to your inventory. Now, for the sake of this, it's just gold. We're just going to use gold as the way to track your candy.
Did you say 25?
So
27.
everyone gets 27. Felix and Brian get 30.
Oh yeah.
boy.
Brian with Hawaii shares some of the candy with the rest of the group.
Aw.
All right, so you got 30 pieces.
Yep.
And you're dividing that amongst all of us. So I think each of us should just take 5 pieces from Brian and leave him with the rest.
No, fuck you. So Brian Hawaii was gonna give everyone 1 extra piece, and then we'd all have like what 28.
Oh no,
or
this
something.
is each. You each get.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I meant. So I will give everyone 1 extra piece, so we'd have around the same amount.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
okay. So
Yeah, Mina holds her basket and goes like, Abaddon will spare you first.
That's great.
Oh, I love that.
So next.
Yeah.
I love that. Perfect.
So moving on from Elm Ave, you guys turn the corner onto Crystal Lake Drive.
Is Crystal Lake from Jason Voorhees?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Brian.
Okay.
So every street that I named is themed around a location
Yep.
of a horror movie. And I'm sure you'll notice a trend with the families too.
Yep.
Yep. So, so on Crystal Lake Drive, you guys bump into 2 of your other school friends, Ernesto and Kevin.
Aw.
Kevin is wearing a rather flimsy and sagging-looking homemade goose costume, and the neck is all crooked and basically like drooped down, and whenever he moves his head, it just sways like this. And Ernesto is dressed in a like a plague doctor costume, but you can tell that he took a popular sci-fi villain costume and repurposed it into a plague doctor.
So, upon seeing their more or less friends, Felix, who is using a lollipop as like an imitation cigarette in his mouth now,
Yeah.
like starts waving it around and goes like, "Look what the black cat dragged in. Yous kids didn't want to trick or treat with us. I bet you ain't got nothing yet."
Ernesto and Kevin come over to you guys, and Kevin says, "Hey, I'm getting a lot of candy with this homemade costume of mine."
Oh.
And Ernesto's like, "And it's not about the candy, it's about trying to scare the other kids." And then, like, as he says that, he waves a plastic red laser sword at you.
Oh.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then you scared me to death. Give me all your candy.
They both look at Felix and like, "Get out of here."
Wait. Hear me out. What if I get you guys free reign to stay out late tonight?
How would you do that?
All right, so here's what it is. You just got to give me your cell phones, and then I'm going to convince his parents that you're safe to stay out.
Isn't it the 90s?
Oh, it is the 90s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just see, it's 1992. If
Hey,
either
that's not my fault. It's been a long time since then.
right, it has.
Hang on. How would I approach this? Oh, well, we live in like a suburb, right?
Yeah.
Would my spellbook wagon have a cell phone in it?
No.
Like a big car
No, it's
phone?
the 90s.
Yeah.
What about a radio?
I think
Radio.
my parents like really just want me to go out on Halloween because Amara wanted to stay in and read the newest, hit fantasy novel, Hometown Heroes. So,
Right. So here's what I'm proposing, and I'm not gonna waste a bunch of time with it. If there's not like a payphone or a house we can steal a phone from, I don't see a way to make this work, so that's fine. What I was gonna do was call each of their parents as the other kid's parent and tell them that they were like allowed to stay, like they were gonna like come over and like do like a Halloween thing and like stay the night at like each other's house if it was okay, and like say that it was totally okay and they had plenty of room.
If that doesn't work, I can talk to them and tell them that Abaddon possessed them and hold them hostage for the night. And if they don't let them stay out, she's gonna eat their souls.
Okay, that's definitely plan C.
Mina, our parents don't believe you whenever you tell them that Abaddon possessed them, okay?
Come on, like it's Halloween. Abaddon's sure to come out tonight, especially if we get enough candy. We can like bribe her to come out tonight.
Tell you what. If we bump into you later on at Ghoulmart, we'll try that out with the payphone.
All right. You get out of here. You're wasting my time.
No. Before you go, how do you get all that candy? Which houses did you hit?
Well, we just we hit the opposite end of the neighborhood. We are just coming from Haddonfield Road. Over on the other end of the street there.
We're going there.
All right, well, see ya, and stay away from Old Man Hind's house.
Oh, wait. Brian White gives them some lemons. From my mom. She says hello.
Oh, thanks, Brian.
My guys, that he just like hides behind Felix.
All right, so they run off, and now you guys are gonna trick or treat on Crystal Lake Drive. So,
A force check?
Yes, another group performance check, please.
So I rolled that last one less good than I should have.
15.
13.
21.
Nice.
16.
Nice.
Alright, and just make sure if you get a nat 20, let me know.
Well, Mike, you have a nat 20 in my heart.
Aw.
Didn't sound like you believe me. I wonder why.
Alright, so you guys run up to one of the houses, ring the doorbell, and the the door opens, and Mr. Voorhees answers the door. And he just looks down at you kids and he's like, "Oh, hey, nice costumes."
Trick or treat, or Abaddon's gonna trick or treat. Give us candy, or Abaddon is going to possess you and eat your soul.
Why don't you tell him to come and possess my mother? Get her out of my house. Anyway, here you go.
Okay, so Felix is gonna say thank you and then duck away, and then I'm gonna come back as a Frankenstein, which is the same costume as the werewolf, but with green gloves and with a Frankenstein mask.
Alright, go ahead and roll me another disguise check.
Now, should I be rolling disguise kit and not deception, right?
Actually, are you proficient in deception?
I am, yes.
You can roll it. It's the same modifier, but it's for
Okay.
the disguise kit, but it'll be the same thing.
24.
Nice. So he looks down and he's just like, "Oh, hey, I like your Frankenstein's monster costume. Where'd your other friend go?"
He's in my spell book, Amara says creepily.
That the cart you got there's pretty big, I believe it. Anyway, here you go, kids. But anyway, the hockey game's on. I gotta get back to it.
Oh, wait, Mr. Borhesi, because Brian is in ESL classes, so he can't say his name correctly. Which is a fun fact. I actually was in ESL when I was younger.
Oh, really?
Anyways, yep, because primarily spoke Vietnamese at home, so I went to school, and they're all like, "This dumb immigrant child." And it's like, "Mr. Borhesi, here's some lemons from my mom." She says hello.
Oh, thanks. I got an appointment with her next week. Thanks, kid.
Oh, good.
And he gives you a couple extra pieces of candy.
Which I then give one each to everybody, as is tradition.
All right. So upon clearing up Crystal Lake Drive, each of you gets 16 pieces of candy. Brian gets 18, and then Felix also gets 18.
I remember to add one more for everybody else, so I have 15 technically.
Okay.
Amara gives the candy back to Brian and says you should keep this.
Oh, okay, 16.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mina like shakes her basket. It sounds like a little bit empty and goes like, "Not enough loot for Abaddon from the street. She's gonna get them."
Oh God, how terrifying!
She looks super serious. Like as
Wait.
serious as a kid could look, dressed up as like a raggedy puppet.
You guys are so nice.
Oh wait, did Felix come back, like dressed as the original costume, or still in Frankenstein?
No, every time I'm done, I just switch back to my original costume.
The reason why I ask is because Brian Hawaii has 8 intelligence, so he just believes that you like walked off somewhere. It's like, "Oh hey, welcome back, Felix." And,
Oh yeah. Hey buddy, how you doing?
yeah, how's it going?
He's the one amongst you that actually thinks it's different kids every time. So, with that, you guys, after you finish heading up every house on Crystal Lake Drive, you move to the next street, which is Haddonfield Road. And everyone go ahead and give me another group performance check.
Okay, only if you say so, Mike. 19.
19.
9.
15.
I pull my hat off when I say trick or treat this time, and curled atop my head is a tiny, like, black kitten. Just
Aw.
Aw.
That's so cute.
Wait, it's like a real cat on your head.
Kitten just napping. It's like a little baby kitten just napping on the top of Mara's head.
Brian Bawai starts sneezing immediately.
Amara opens up her spell book and pulls out some antihistamines.
Oh, thanks, Amara.
Yeah. Mina uses one of her puppet hands to try and gently pet the kitten.
The kitten, paws at the strings and a hand just falls off.
She dies immediately and uses that duct tape to stick that hand back.
What is your cat's name?
It's Nebuchadnezzar.
The Bushkanezer.
Yeah. We only have imperial names. They're the most famous creatures.
Brian Bawai says, I can't pronounce that. Can I just call it Nebi?
Yes, his name is
Yay.
Nebi for short, or BB.
Oh. Maybe.
So, you guys start going from house to house on Haddonfield Road. You come to one particular house that you recognize as the Myers house. And you ring the doorbell, and the Myers answer. They're, a younger couple that moved into the town a little more recently. But they're just like, oh, wow, I love your costumes. These are so nice.
This is not a costume. This is an outfit to prepare myself as a vessel for Abaddon. I'm gonna summon her tonight, and she's gonna get all the people who wronged me. Give me candy so I can give her a nice offering that she deserves.
So, Mrs. Myers passes the candy bowl to her husband and disappears inside.
Are they dressed as anything?
They're not, no.
Damn. Is their house decorated?
Yeah, like every house is decorated. There aren't any houses in Hallowed
Okay.
Hollow that aren't
When they
decorated.
compliment our costumes, Felix is gonna be like, "Oh man, we had to dress up this year on account of everybody's house looking so great. Although Mr. and Mrs. Byers, if I might say so, yours is looking better than whoever lives across the street from them."
Give me a persuasion check.
Mr. Myers really seriously, as this is happening.
Sure. He kind of catches your eye and he's yeah.
Let Jesse finish the interaction, but Amara gets this serious look in her eye.
23.
Okay. Okay. He's like, kid, honestly, that's really nice of you to say. It's our first Halloween in the neighborhood. We put a lot of effort in. I know Halloween's a big deal in this town. Tell you what, guys, since you were so nice about our decorations here, I'm going to give you guys all a little extra. And he passes you guys out more.
Oh. Oh.
Mina
The lemon thing.
goes Abaddon appreciates you greatly.
Oh.
Amara holds the extra candy out in her hand with like a serious look on her face and kind of like does goes Mr. Meyer, ask you for a favor, and kind of like beckons him down so she could like whisper into his ear.
He kind of like looks awkwardly at the group and then ducks down. Yeah.
And so in like a very like Soto whisper, everyone can hear this. Amara goes, see, Nebuchadnezzar Nebi, and points to her head, is actually a Babylonian god trapped in a kitten's body, and he demands tribute. Can I exchange this candy for a can of tuna? I don't want him to come and curse your home. It's such a beautiful home.
Girls are so weird. I'm just gonna like look at Brian and be like, girls are so weird. And
Brian just kind of goes. He's like, Brian's like question mark, like, huh?
When I come back, I'm dressed also as a pumpkin. But I have like a jack-o'-lantern mask and stuff.
It's like just a little different than the one Brian is wearing.
It's just a little different. And like I'm gonna run up and be like, "Oh guys, I'm sorry I'm late." And I'm gonna I sound like a fat kid now. Like I got that like jolly voice going on.
Alright, go ahead and roll another.
It's so hard to keep up with you.
Go ahead and roll up another disguise kit check.
Yeah, baby. 21.
Nice. Alright,
Well,
so
No, wait. Can I use actor for this? Because if not, it was a 17.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, then yeah, 20.
So he's like, "Oh, sorry, kid, I didn't see you there," and he passes more candy into Felix's bag, and then he goes back to Amara. You know what? Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I have anything. And he he stands up. He goes in the house, and then he leaves the front door open, but you guys kind of faintly hear coming from inside the house, just like, I don't know, that little girl was really creepy. Hey, come on, honey, it's Halloween, it's just kids playing around. I don't know, I'm just a little superstitious, and that was really creepy. Abaddon, I think that's really like a demon name, where did she hear that? Honey, I don't know, she probably watches scary movies or something, read it in a book somewhere, there's a lot of stuff out there.
Did he leave his candy bowl behind?
Roll me a perception check.
Do I get advantage on perception as Felix for looking for candy?
No.
I think, don't kids have a supernatural ability to locate candy whenever it's available?
I rolled a 10. And I'm just saying, that should be good enough to notice a bowl of candy.
So, Felix, you kind of peek in the door. He didn't leave it outside, but not too far inside the front entrance is a little end table that he left the bowl of candy on.
Okay. Do they have a side yard that can be gotten to?
Yeah, no, they have a little it's a waist high fence with a little gate, and yeah, there's a little yard in there.
Okay. Hey, Brian.
Wait. So are you dressed up as the other pumpkin?
Yeah.
Okay, Brian asks, yes? How do you know my name?
Oh, fucking, hang on. Oh, wait, no, I'm a 10-year-old. Dang it. And I take off my mask, and I'm like, no, hang on. And I roll the big pumpkin down the sidewalk, or down their walk up, And I'm like, no, it's me. Listen, go around the corner. Oh, hey, what's up, Brian? Okay, so now go around the corners, right?
Uh-huh.
And I want you to make a lot of noise, maybe knock over one of these decorations or break a window or something.
You should say that you're Abaddon.
Yeah, shout that you're Abaddon over in the side over there.
Brian Why just looks at him and says, "But that's really mean. Why would I do that?"
It's Halloween. They'll know it's fun, Brian.
Yeah, it's the trick part of trick or treat, Brian.
I don't think my mom would like that.
Well, your mom's not here, Brian. Like, will one of you guys go and do this thing?
I'll do it if you give me more candy.
All right, depending on how this goes, you will yield a percentage of my candy.
What percentage?
It depends on how this goes.
Honey, do we have any
25%
tuna?
minimum. 50% minimum.
I'll give you 50. I'll give you 25% of what I get now.
30.
You guys, small time window. Go.
Okay. So like, Mina goes like around the corner as stealthily as possible. There's like very small clacking sounds as like wooden parts like it's just like clacking against each other, but then she hugs them all together to make as little sound as possible. And then she goes in her loudest, sweetest voice, like, "Abaddon is coming! It's time for Abaddon to run!" And then she runs back.
Alright, so... okay, so... Mina, give me an intimidation check.
I mean, if the wife already is scared, can I get an advantage?
Actually, yes, I will give you advantage because you already freaked out the wife.
Good.
10.
10? Okay. From inside the house, you just hear, "Honey, get those kids to go away. They're really starting to freak me out." Yeah, just a sec, hon. I'm just finding a can of tuna for their cat or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna steal like a third of the candy in the bowl.
All right, so just give me a stealth check real quick.
I think we should have advantage because I got the guy to go into the other room.
You know what? Actually,
And I
yeah,
got-
because of the intimidation, and the distraction and everything, yes, I will give you advantage on this.
20.
Nice. So you run, and that bowl's pretty full still.
I mean, I don't want to take the whole thing with getting to other future candy trick-or-treaters.
Take another third.
I'm not gonna take 2/3 of the candy. I'll take half of the candy in the bowl.
Okay. Okay. So, Felix, you run in, just dig your hands in as much as you can grab in one go, throw it in your bag, and like quickly run back outside. Do you guys stick around to wait for the tuna?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
So, Mr. Myers, he comes back with a can of tuna opened up. He's like, it's an open can. I probably don't want you to, like, carry it around in case it cuts you guys. Here, if you want to just give some to your cat right now.
Okay, so Amara grabs the can and then yells "Scum!" and starts running.
Nice! Mina yells and she like, follows Amara.
I'm just gonna like look at Brian and be like, we just leave normal paced.
Brian doesn't leave yet.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna be like, thank you, Mr. Wait, these aren't Mr. Voorhees. Who are these?
Myers.
Yeah.
Myers.
Thanks, Mr. Myers.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, they're weird.
Yeah. Getting a lot of that this year from this town, I think.
Oh, well, that's foreshadowing.
And then he just stares down at Brian standing solely on his porch still.
Brian does the usual, thanks very much, Mr. and Mrs. Myers. Here's some lemons from my mom. Oh, also, my mom said that here's a bag of rice because it helps with superstitions. If you keep the bag of rice by your front door, it'll help to absorb negative energy. And then he walks away.
Oh, thanks. He's like waving, holding the lemons and the rice and waving with the rice. Thanks.
Actually, fun fact, that is legitimately a thing. My mom told me that before you move into a new space, or if you're legitimately just worried about that stuff, you can keep a bag of rice or something else similar, and it will absorb the negative energy in the house before you move in.
There's also a lot of lore about creatures, like paranormal creatures, that if you like throw rice or something, they can't come into your home because they get like obsessive about counting each grain.
Yep.
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 Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of stuff like that, but
I'm just inserting shit from my real life into this.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's fine.
Carrying all this stuff. Are we just keeping it in the wagon?
No. The joke is that Brian just has everything in his candy bag.
Okay.
Because that's like the start of Brian with a Y just being hilariously prepared for everything. And so yeah, that's why.
So with that, upon completing your run through Haddonfield Road, you guys each get 43 pieces of candy.
Okay.
Wow.
I think now it's time for negotiations. I think the candy should be split evenly, since we all, did a job. Maybe 30-30, 15-15 or something.
That's if he splits everything he stole evenly with you guys. It'd be 43.
I think he should.
What did I get?
You
What did I get
owe
from
me
the regular?
for the distraction, Felix.
Whoa. What did we get from the regular trick or treat?
It would have been 24 each.
Okay, and then what did I steal?
You got a huge bunch of candy. You got like 76 pieces of candy.
Wow.
All right. So I will split that with my friends. Hang on.
Brian doesn't want any.
Really?
I can take your share, Brian.
Yep, go ahead. He saw what happened. He's not okay with it. He's not gonna be like, you guys have to give it up or anything.
So Brian, you get 24.
Yep.
And then Mina, on top of your 43, add an additional 19.
So 43 total for Mina.
No, 43 plus 19.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so 62.
62.
Yeah.
Wait, is that counting me dividing it, or is that not counting me giving up candy yet?
Yeah, that's you giving her share plus Brian's share.
Oh, I didn't agree to give her Brian's share. I'm keeping Brian's share.
Oh.
I asked Brian first. He gave it to me. Dibs.
All right.
We did a base. So our base was 43 or 24?
24.
Okay.
You all
I'll
got
give you 25.
Thank you.
Mina's this close to going. Amara and Felix sitting in the tree.
And just to make sure you
No,
guys are
I got the extra candy would never have happened if I didn't ask him for a can of tuna. If you noticed,
that's
I've been
true.
trying to them every door.
I had every intention of splitting it between everybody, and Brian didn't take any, so...
So I, as we scram, I take the can and I feed a little bit to Nebby, to keep the evil spirits appeased, and then I put the rest of the can in a Ziploc baggie in the spell book because I don't want any of the juices leaking anywhere.
That makes sense.
And Amara has everything in this damn wagon.
Right.
So Brian is overprepared, Amara has everything, and Mina's carrying a mini hardware store inside her like bloody basket.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Well, if you think back to like Halloween when you were a kid, it was like going on a little adventure,
Yeah, it was.
It's why 2/3 of the wagon are actually just books.
Right.
Nothing else, just books. So, well prepared for at least like a week's worth of, Oh, right. Yeah. So as Jesse had a good idea. He said because Amara is a precocious reader, her parent, someone made her read Lord of the Flies, and ever since then, she's been paranoid about having enough books around in case she ever gets stuck on a deserted island.
Do you have?
Fair.
Does Amara suffer from asthma?
She does not suffer from asthma, but she does keep an inhaler around because Brian with a Y has asthma.
Yep, it's true. Actually, I actually did have asthma as a kid, so yeah, that's pretty
Brian,
accurate. Actually,
Brian, how did you make it to adulthood?
Honestly, I actually almost didn't. Actually, I almost didn't. So yeah, it's pretty accurate.
So with that, you guys move on to the next street, which is Chicago Street. And on this street, you guys start walking down the road, starting to hit up houses. And one of the local beat cop is walking down the street. And he's like a tall, lanky man, friendly-faced. But tonight he's wearing a little red cape and devil horns over his policeman uniform. And you guys know him as Officer Phineas.
So I don't want to derail this too much, but just as a question, adult Felix in a fantasy setting would have a false good relationship with the local constabulary on account of that's a great way to keep your crime in good. I feel like 10-year-old Felix would have either tried that already or be a pain in the ass, and the cops would already know, not that they didn't like him. I'm not sure where you feel on that.
Well, he's just walking up the street, walking through the neighborhood. He spots you kids. He walks up to you and stops. Oh, hey there, kids. How's it going?
Oh, wow, officer. Now that you're here, I think we can all say much better. It's real nice having you here, making sure we's all safe on this most scary of days.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad you see you're joining the club, officer. I'm going for Abaddon. Was your host going to be Satan, or did you have another demon in mind? I can help you summon him if you need.
Oh, no, nothing like that. Just, wanted to get something out to show I was, in the spirit of the holiday and all that.
I mean, you can be even more to the spirit if you summon a demon.
Oh, well, between you and me then, kids. Once I'm done with my route here, maybe I'll go up to the old graveyard and summon Beelzebub.
You can't do that without me. Let me know when you're ready, and I can help you.
Sure thing, kid. Just watch out. Don't stay out too late. If you happen to see any kids doing pranks and stuff, the old shaving cream, toilet paper, and that stuff, if you see me, let me know, okay?
I'll set Abaddon on them for you, officer.
Sounds good.
A fellow summoner to another.
Alright, sounds good, kids.
Felix is going to put like a deputy badge from his disguise kit, from his bag of costumes, on his chest and be like, you can count on me, Officer Phineas. I won't let nobody pull no pranks tonight.
Sounds good. And kids, it's okay. You could call me by my first name, Eric.
You look like Satan, though. Or is it Lucifer?
Oh no, I assure you it's just a costume. And he flicks the horns off.
So far.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Eric, a trick or treat? Or hold my belt open.
He starts patting himself down. I think I might have something. And he pulls out he has one piece of candy for each of you.
Sick.
He's like, That's from my own personal reserve there, kid. So don't tell anybody I got any, okay?
Mina nods like very seriously, and she goes like,
nice.
"If you want to summon a demon, you should improve your reserves. I highly encourage you to get more candy, officer. So Beelzebub would be happy tonight."
Yeah, sure thing. All right, well, you guys have fun. Have a good night. And he just
And Mina goes like,
Wait, lemons.
oh, thanks. And then like it's every adult that you've given lemons to like accepts them, but then there's like a moment where
Oh yeah.
like you could tell they don't really know what to do with it because like especially him, he's on the street walking. Like so
That's
he
what
doesn't.
happens
Yeah.
when my mom gives people lemons.
Oh, okay. He just doesn't know what to do with the lemons.
Does Officer Phineas have a taser?
No, he's got like just this is real like cheesy beat cop. Like he's got like a billy club and that's it.
Damn, not what's doing. Wait, we have a radio.
Yeah,
Can I try to steal his radio while he's getting lemons?
sure. And you guys are really good at causing distractions for one another unintentionally. So go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Yeah. I rolled a natural 20 for a
I'm not
26.
Wow, nice.
So, I was gonna look
Damn.
up. I was gonna look up the stats for a town guard to see what their passive perception was, but on a nat 20, I'm not even gonna bother.
I appreciate that.
So yeah, he's just like, thanks, kids. Tell, Ryan, tell your mother I said hello. Thanks, and he walks off. And yeah, Felix, you've just stolen an officer's walkie-talkie.
All right, I'm gonna add that to my inventory real quick.
Nice.
"If he catches you, I'm going to pretend I don't know you."
Hey, that's what I do every day in school. Don't worry about it.
I'm just imagining like Felix's desk being one of those like you remember the old desks that were like wooden tops and they actually like lifted up and had the
Yeah.
cabinet inside, just full of all sorts of random junk he's taken from people.
I'm imagining Felix as like Ed with like one D.
Yeah,
Ed
yeah,
and Eddie.
No, yeah, it's a more attractive version of that is the exact character he is.
Right.
Like a him that actually is as charming as that character thinks he is what Felix is.
So with that, you guys start trick-or-treating up and down Chicago Street. And everyone roll me a group performance check.
My extra costume this time is gonna be a police officer.
Oh wait,
I rolled a 6.
Oh, I got a
24.
nat 20.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Did you get a nat 20, Brian?
No, it's just total 24.
Wait, performance or perception?
Performance.
Oh, wait a second. Did I roll a perception by accident? I did. I did roll perception by accident. Okay, I got nat 20 with performance.
Sure.
23
Nice.
total. Yeah.
What's it?
23
Hey.
total, and it was a nat 20.
Oh yay, 2 nat 20s.
Wait.
I got a 19, not nat.
Okay.
Or well, not a 20. You know.
Right.
Man, imagine a 19 actually being
I
a
just.
20.
I
You
just
can do
need,
that with some stuff.
I need a Mars roll.
Oh, I already
Oh,
told you. Nat 20.
Oh, what's it with mods?
22.
Oh, we got 2 nat 20s. Holy crap. How much candy do you all have now?
69. Heh.
Nice.
108.
I have 93.
I have 125.
I also have a bag of lemons.
I have a bag of lemons and a police walkie-talkie.
Wait, did you give us like a bag of lemons each or like one lemon?
You know what? Just to make it hilarious, will be a bag of lemons because
Yeah.
the joke is that my mom really does give you way too many lemons, like more than you could possibly use for anything. So yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Nice.
Everyone is more than willing, is more than welcome to put their bags of lemons in my giant wagon.
Felix is just eating a lemon and being like, "No, man, you gotta keep
Ah.
these to preserve the candy."
It's good for scurvy.
Felix,
The-
why don't
The sour now covers the sweet later. No.
That's pretty good.
Wait, you can add sugar to them and make them lemonade.
Oh, that's actually real
See?
damn here. And I just put my bag in the spellbook wagon.
Hey, Brian, do you want to team up on our Nat 20 performance? I've got a good idea.
Sure.
Okay.
You'd
So-
have to. So I'm playing as a caricature of myself, right?
Yeah.
So you would have to convince Brian Vaughn to do it in a way that doesn't impede on his morality.
Okay. Hey, Brian, do you want to help me do a really cool trick or treat? I want to jump out of my book and do like magic.
Brian Vaughn just kind of shuffles. He's like, "What do you want me to do?"
Okay, will you pull my wagon for me and present it when we're trick or treating? And then,
Yes.
okay, and then, okay. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hop out of the book, and I'm gonna have my wand, and I'll like point it at you. And then your costume should be the type where if you crunch up your shoulders and you punch down, you just become a full, like giant pumpkin.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where
Right.
like you do this and it just becomes like one full continuous shape.
You'll note that I
Yeah.
drew it in a way where you
Oh,
can, in fact, hide in the whole thing turtle shell style.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do.
Hang on. And I go through my bag of costumes and I take out my shittier than Amara's wizard hat and I put it on Brian. And I'm like, yeah, now you're like a pumpkin wizard, so the book
yay.
makes sense.
Yay. Brian Vaughn asks, "Are you gonna be okay inside the wagon?
Of course.
Is there enough room for you?"
See you guys. Amara crawls into the wagon, and you guys pull up in front of a house you guys know as the Ray's house. You knock on, you ring the doorbell, and a short, squat, red-headed older man comes out, and he's like, "Oh, hey kids, how's it going?"
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
I'm collecting tribute for Abaddon, so you better give us candy.
Alright, and then now Amara is still in the cart.
Hmm.
Yeah. So like I open the spell book up and I come out and I say trick or treat and I like point my like my like wand stick at Brian and I go turn into a pumpkiness or something.
Right. And then
And
Brian
then-
just kind of scrunches, he makes pumpkin noises.
What are
Wiggles
pumpkin
around.
noises, Brian?
It's kind of like a.
So he's like, "Oh wow, kids, that's really great. Get out here. Hey Sharon, come on." And then his wife comes out, and like she's just like, "Oh wow, that's really fantastic. Here you guys go. We're gonna give you some extra candy," and like start giving you guys out candy. But they're very impressed.
Lemons.
Yeah.
Lemons.
Well.
Oh, thanks.
Abaddon will really appreciate it tonight.
Yeah,
How's there-
Abaddon. What brand is that? That's something, right?
It's a demon.
Oh yeah, right. Ooh, yeah. All right, get out of here, kid.
As they're all leaving, I walk up in a police uniform with big sunglasses on, and I talk into my real police walkie-talkie, It's not on. I'm not stupid.
Okay.
And I go, what's their house number?
3280
So it's 3280. I'm sorry, what street was this?
Chicago Street.
I'm at 3280 Chicago Street. I got two real cool, real cool people giving out candy. Gonna have to see some candy here. Trick or treat.
So go ahead and roll disguise kit. I'll say with advantage because you have a genuine police walkie-talkie.
19.
All right. They're like, "Oh wow, kid, that's great. That thing looks authentic." And he just pours a few extra pieces into your bag.
I'm gonna flick my sunglasses down and be like, I'm gonna forget about those parking tickets for this. And just leave.
Yeah, get out of here. They go inside. So with that, everyone can add 36 pieces. Felix, you get 40.
Nice.
So you move on to Dollis Hill Lane. And as you're walking, up the road, another group of kids stops and turns to you. And you guys recognize them as the school bullies that you guys have to, put up with on a day-to-day basis. There's Aiden Thompson, Braden Thompson, and Jaden with a Y, Jameson.
Damn, I wanted him to be Jaden Thompson too.
Yeah, it's Aiden, Braden, Jaden, and Jaden.
Aiden, Braden, Jaden, and Jaden with a Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, why? Oh my god.
Just to clarify, Brian, I thought of that before you named your character.
Oh my
Brian.
god. That's totally...
Mina just goes, "Oh look, guys! More tributes for Abaddon have arrived."
So they stop you guys, and they're even really dressed in a way that implies that Aiden is the leader, and the rest are his goons. They're in pretty generic villain costumes, and he's dressed in a cartoon supervillain type costume. And he stops you guys, Aiden, and says, well, look who we have here. If it isn't you losers. And the other three behind him are just
not hick enough. Can you make it more hick, yuck, yuck, like that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Oh, were you talking to yourselves? I didn't realize we had a mirror around here.
Aiden looks at you like he's trying to comprehend what you just said to him for a minute.
Oh.
And then Braden steps forward and he's like, "There's no mirrors out here. We're talking to you nerds."
Brian offers them some lemons. Sorry, go ahead, Jesse.
No, go ahead. That's a relevant thing to do before what I'm about to do.
So Jaden with an eye takes the lemons.
So, does he look thankful for the lemons?
Do you want to give me an insight check?
I do. I need to know this. Are important. 18.
So Jaden with an eye looks like not so much put off or thankful as much as just everyone in town knows that Brian's mom gives out lemons.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what Felix is gonna do is he's gonna gently push. What's your character's name again?
Mina.
He's gonna gently push Mina in front of him because Mina's the one who gets into the best physical fights in case this gets aggressive fast. And he's gonna pull out the walkie-talkie and he's gonna turn it on, and then he's gonna mimic Officer Phineas's voice.
Mhm.
And he's gonna be like, this is Officer. Wait, I'm doing it wrong. He sounded Canadian, right? This is Officer Phineas here, and there's about 3 young boys causing quite the ruckus over here. What street are we on?
Dallas Hill Lane.
And is it 3 boys or 4 boys?
4.
There's about 4 young boys causing quite the ruckus here on Dallas Lane.
Officer Phineas, I read you loud and clear. You should be able to handle that, right?
Normally I'd say 100% high diddly ho there, but these kids have started throwing around firecrackers, and they're causing a little bit of an arson problem.
Alright, Officer Phineas, we'll send someone right over to back you up.
I appreciate it there, don't you know? I don't have the equipment for this sort of thing. Their names are Aiden, Jay, and I just list out their names and stuff.
Alright, so I'm gonna have you roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, actually, before you do that, like, me just wants to add, like, you better stay with the officers. It'll be a better fate than what Abaddon has for you all.
So I appreciate advantage, but I didn't need it.
Oh my god. Where did you get a police? Was that a cop?
I clicked the walkie-talkie off, and I'm like, so here's the deal, douchebags. What we can do is you can leave all your candy to me and my 3 friends, and you can head on to your business, and I'll call that off, say I had it under control. Or we can go finish our trick-or-treating, and you can try to hide from the cops.
The officer is a fellow summoner of demons, so he knows what's up.
Yeah, that.
They all look at each other. Fine! And they just, toss their bags on the ground.
Do they run, or do they stand
Yeah, no,
there
they,
walking?
throw their bags on the ground and just take off.
Alright, I'm gonna turn my walkie-talkie back on, and I'm gonna be like, oh, this is Officer Phineas there. Just one more thing. They are just boys there, so be sure to go easy on them, okie dokie?
Yeah, Officer Phineas, nothing we haven't handled before. Pranksters on Halloween and all.
I knew you could handle it, a bunch of professional gentlemen like yourselves. And I just click the walkie-talkie off and just pass everybody a bag of candy.
Mina, high five. Raise the hand, high five, Felix.
You can all add 51 candy to your inventory.
Wow.
Trick or treats.
Trick or treat.
51?
51, yeah.
I only add 47 candy because I take one out for each of us to eat in celebration.
Nice.
Oh.
I like candy.
Oh,
So-
Private Y gives Felix. It was 51 we got, right? So,
Mhm.
Brian Y only keeps 10 and gives the rest to Felix.
Are you sure, bro?
Yeah, well, I mean, considering what just happened, yeah.
I'll take it. I've made bets. I have to get the most candy.
when
I
Mike
love-
comes back, oh sorry, go ahead, Aya.
I was gonna say, I love how you pegged Mina to be the one who gets into physical fights because she absolutely would get into physical fights with them.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I thought about it for a second, and I was like, they could just rush me for doing this thing. I'll just set up a barrier.
I want to let y'all know, as this was happening, Amara was kind of just getting into her wagon and not ready to run away,
Ready
but
to roll away?
basically to roll away if trouble was.
Brian with a Y was actually going to fight them. If they had knocked away the lemons or been anything physical, he would have pulled out more lemons and hit them with like a yeah.
Yeah, Amara is not a physical fighter.
Mina is gonna drop the bags and just like rush and like jump at them. She has like no hesitation, just like pounces.
I mean, so far this is going exactly how I want any campaign to go when I'm allowed to control a charisma character. But like Mike was very specific. Like, I don't want to spend all night on trick or treating. So I feel like we've really hit like maximum yield on what kind of bullshit we can do.
Definitely.
Honestly, part of the reason why like Mina's so hell-bent on like Abaddon is because like Abaddon's supposed to be like demon for like destruction, and she's like just like wants to pound their faces into dirt.
Yeah, it was the most metal demon.
Yeah, no, Amara's got Nebby. Nebby can't be in a fight.
No.
I mean, don't worry. Like Nebby can be under Abaddon's protection.
Perfect. She'd roll away, hide Nebby, and then take her least favorite book that she keeps on her and the alcohol wipes from the first aid kit and light up some books.
This is how you should like imagine the like pieces of like Mina's like costume are falling apart, and she keeps like reattaching them in like most ridiculously elaborate ways. So far, it's been like glue stick, hot glue. I think it's one of the battery charged. Do we have battery charged hot glue guns?
And we
Yes.
Amara pulls one out. Amara and Brian pull them out from somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, I know. She goes like duct tape, rope, string, needle. She looks like more and more like a patchwork puppet.
If you need a sewing kit, there's a sewing kit in the spellbook wagon.
Oh no, like Mina's like ready. She has like mini hardware store like in her basket.
Perfect.
You guys are all carrying way too much stuff that's keeping you from carrying candy.
That's
You're gonna regret it eventually.
no. That's because if someone's gonna get a candy, you're the candy mule.
So, you guys successfully scared away the bullies. Got all their candy, and then continue trick-or-treating down Dallas Hill Lane like normal. And we come to a house. You ring the doorbell, and a kind of pale, bald man answers the door, and you recognize him as Mr. Spencer. And he just looks down at you all. He goes, "You all have such wonderful costumes."
We gotta look our best for Abaddon, who will be summoning tonight.
So, Mina, you notice that Mr. Spencer is dressed in all black, and a quick peek behind him, you see that his house has a very like gothic vibe to it. And he's just like, right on,
Kindred
kid,
spirit.
right on, kid, right on.
So like she raised her basket up like, what? Give a trick or treat. Give us candy. Give as tribute to Abaddon.
So, he comments on all your costumes. He likes them all. He starts passing out candy to you guys.
Thanks. Here's some lemons.
Abaddon will appreciate it when she arrives tonight.
Thanks, kid.
I'll put in a good word for you. Good word to her for you.
Oh God,
I appreciate it.
how terrifying.
I look up at him and I go, "What's my costume? What do you think my costume is?"
He looks at you and he's like, "Well, I mean, you look like a wizard to me."
You see Amara's glasses glint from under her giant hat, where her face is, fully obscured. and she pulls her hat off and reveals Nebuchadnezzar. And she goes, "What is he?"
Well, if you're a wizard, he's probably your familiar, right?
No, he's a demon trapped in the body of a cat who's become my familiar.
Oh, that's really interesting. He like reaches
Thanks.
over and gives Nebuchadnezzar like some ear scritches.
Do you have some milk as tribute for my demon familiar?
Yeah, hold on a minute. And he like goes inside.
All right. So how many people are there?
So you just see him, but if you peek inside, you do see another man inside.
Ooh, how daring for the 90s. All right, I'll
when you
stand
peek, when you peek inside, the other guy looks up from the couch and just sort of like,
It's like, hi.
huh?
Mina just like nods very solemnly.
And Mr. Spencer comes back with a little saucer of milk.
I hold up the saucer of milk to you know, the Dark Emperor in the distance.
Hey, I'm having a hard time hearing you, Mira.
Oh, is that better?
Much.
Yeah.
Okay. I hold up the saucer to, the Dark Emperor, Nebby.
Nebby.
And, he rouses and, looks out of the saucer. And then, satisfied with his tribute, goes back to sleep.
He awakens from his slumber.
I love how the vibe of this friendship is obvious. Like, all right, so yeah, this is my friend Brian. We've been friends for a
Hello.
while. This is my friend Amara. She's all right. She lives next door to me. And this is her friend Mina. They do witch shit.
They do witch shit.
Mina and Amara make up the 2 members of the demon summoning club at school.
Yeah, right.
They've managed to convince a teacher to even sign off on the club and everything.
It's really also just a book club half of the time.
Right.
Yeah, demon summoning books.
Exactly, lots of demon summoning books.
It's just you
They're
two
working
reading,
on their.
It's just you two reading like fantasy novels, but
Their teachers keeps trying to get them into Dungeons and Dragons, but it's not cool yet. So they're just like, no, that's super lame.
Ironically, this
Yeah.
would be during the full-blown satanic panic.
It's not
Here's-
satanic enough. It's not demonic enough.
Exactly. Here's the thing: if you could actually summon a demon from it, they'd be all into it. But they already did that research, and they found there's actually no demons.
You guys
If anyone asks them if they're into oh, sorry, go on, Mike.
You guys heard about Dungeons and Dragons being like they'll dress up and bring real medieval weapons into like caves and sewers and killing each other, and then tried it and then found it was just like nerdy older kids in like their basements.
Oh, yeah.
Any of the adults tell them D&D is demonic or satanic, Mina actually goes correct. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just people playing dress up. They don't know anything about real demon summoning.
Right. All right, everyone,
I
give me
like
that
it.
check.
Performance?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got an 8.
I got a 16.
I got a 4.
Aw. After going through Dallasville Lane, you guys each get 26 pieces of candy.
26.
I would also like to roll through that street as whatever one of the other kids. No, wait, that might mess it up. I'm gonna also go through as just a standard sheet ghost.
Okay, go ahead and roll a disguise kid check.
Did you say 26, Mike?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just forgetting numbers.
Oh, okay.
21.
21? Alright. So yeah, we'll say after that you run through quick and you get an additional 5 pieces of candy.
Nice.
Building up.
Now, as you guys finish up trick-or-treating on Dallas Hill Lane, you turn to the last street on your route, Bumblebee Boulevard, the street where at the end of the road is a dead end that leads to Mr. Hine, Old Man Hine's home. So, everyone give me one more group performance check.
19.
9.
Okay.
Dice gods are not looking well on me tonight.
15.
6.
Alright.
I would have taken mine.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay.
If she'd taken her original roll, it would have been a 16. If that means anything.
Yeah, I'll let you take it.
Thank you.
She did ask me to roll, but then she didn't want to hear my answer.
That's okay.
You know how I am, just impatient stuff.
So this street, you notice, is a little more quiet than the rest of the neighborhood. Lots of kids avoid Bumblebee Boulevard usually because there's a lot of just creepy stories in town about Old Man Hine.
Do you have any specific stories that I might remember to tell everyone else?
Yeah, do you want to go ahead and give me a history check?
Yes.
Smarting.
I have a +5 to history. 17.
Okay.
What?
There you go. I didn't know you were back in it.
So, rumors about this man range into the pretty standard, creepy old person in town. Like, they live all alone because maybe they killed their family and, maybe they abduct children. I mean, not actually, but, it's a lot of stuff that, older kids tell younger kids, he's dangerous.
Uh-huh.
Chickens.
So you, the kids, all think he's creepy. But
Okay.
as far as any of you personally, have never actually had a bad experience with him. Not that you see him a lot, but,
I look at everyone, furtively, and again, the eyes gleam, my glasses gleam a weird, eerie yellow from, the reflection of the street lamps. And they go, I heard he's a dragon, hiding a hoard of amazing chocolate indoors.
I thought he was ketchup, says Brian with a Y.
Ketchup?
Yeah, Mr. Hines. Isn't he ketchup? Is what Brian with a Y says to the group.
yeah, Old
Felix,
Man Hines from the Hines fortune.
Yeah.
Felix does the cartoony pull your pants up thing, and he's like, as long as he has candy, he can be anybody.
Do you think he's already summoned demons and that's why he's so rich? He made a deal with them?
Maybe that's why his ketchup is so good, says Brian with a Y.
It's good. It's the best ketchup there is. You had to make a deal with the devil for it to taste that good. Have you ever had homemade ketchup, Brian?
It's terrible.
Brian with a Y. Yeah, he says yes. It's not that good.
It's not that good. He had to make a deal with the devil.
So you guys go up the street slowly, and you do ring on a one particular house, and an older woman opens the door, and it's Mrs. Robitaille. And she's like, "Oh, hello, children. You have such lovely costumes."
Hello.
She looks at Brian. "Brian, do you have them for me?"
Yes, I have some lemons for you. My mom says hello.
"Oh, thank you. You'll have to tell her I really appreciate it."
Okay.
Brian, you know Mrs. Robitaille's lemonade is like top notch.
Yeah. It's quite good.
Yeah. So she gives you guys candy, and she's just like, "Well, sadly, our street never really gets as many kids as the rest of the neighborhood. But glad you all stopped by."
Mina goes like, "Thank you for your tribute to Abaddon. Have you seen anything suspicious around? Like weird sounds, something demonic, crawling around?"
Well, between you and me, I always see some ghouls and ghosts walking around Old Man Hines' house.
Ooh. And, like, Mina's excited. She's like trying to like be as like solemn and quiet as possible. "Thank you for the tip. Abaddon will appreciate your help."
Oh, sure.
Felix is gonna just Hail Mary it and be like, "Hey, look, if you're worried about other kids not getting candy or whatever, we're gonna be meeting up with everybody after this. I'll distribute some of the goods."
Give me a deception check.
I mean, technically that's honest, right?
No, it isn't.
I mean, like we can tell them that like you get candy from you can get candy from Bumblebee Street. They have the best ones.
I rolled an 18 for deception.
Nice. So she gives you a long, stern look. And then she just goes, "Okay, Felix." And then she looks at Brian. "You make sure he gives these to some other friends of yours."
Brian White just kind of looks like she's like, "Yeah, of course," right? Like, because he doesn't know what's going on. He's like, "Yeah, sure."
Right.
Yeah, Mina just coughs like, "I'm busted."
So, upon trick-or-treating Bumblebee Boulevard, you all obtain 15 pieces of candy, except for Felix, who gets 25.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is, as soon as the door closes, I'm gonna give everybody 3 pieces of candy, and I'm gonna be like, "There, that's that. I gave somebody candy, Brian. You don't gotta worry about it."
Brian White says, "Okay," and he accepts the candy, right? Because that was honest, so he's like, "Okay."
With that, the only house left to hit is Old Man Hines.
Mina makes sure everything's extra secure, like double layers of like duct tape, rope, string, everything sealed on tight, glued well. She wants to look her very best for a potential demon summoner.
So you all slowly walk up the road, and the further up Bumblebee Boulevard that you get, the less houses are actually on it. Like the start of this street is, pretty, it's like a few houses back to back, and then it starts to clear out into more like a long field. To the left is like just some hilly areas. To the right is an abandoned baseball field. So it's like very overgrown. It hasn't been used in a long time.
Perfect for demon summoning.
And at the end of the road, it's a tall, very old-looking house that, just standing in front of it, you can hear it creaking and almost You're not sure if you're imagining it, but it looks like the house almost sways slightly in the wind.
Is it drunk?
And there's stone steps going up to a tall, thin door with just a single flickering porch light. And in front of the door, on a little step stool, is just a plastic dish with candy in it. Or just a plastic dish with a note in front of it that says, "Take one."
One, just one.
AlphaA sees the sign, takes one, and puts a lemon back into the tray.
Sorry, I misspoke. The bowl's actually empty when you go to it.
Oh, okay. Well, AlphaA puts a lemon in there anyways.
Okay, like, that's not fair. I mean, it's like goes up to the door and just like knocks on it.
As you knock on the door, you wait for a minute to see if anyone answers. You don't hear any movement from inside the house. But Amara, while you're all standing in front of the door with Mina knocking loudly, you hear some rustling coming from the bushes next to Old Man Hind's house.